It has been a minute, hasn't it? Excuse me for my hair, but I've, um, yeah, so my hair is really not why you're here. So let me know if you are if you are here live with me. Just ignore my hair. It's just need to get it in place a little bit. Hello, everyone. I had a really, really busy week this week, so that's why I haven't been on live. I've been super busy. Um, and I figured I'm going to come on here on a Saturday where I have a little bit more time. A lot of Mercury retrograde stuff has happened, even though it has gone direct. Um, so it's been interesting. It's been super interesting. I've been restructuring in my business and restructuring technological stuff also. Make sure that you like my video, you love it, you share it out, let people know that this is going on right now. So I usually don't come on here on a Saturday. Well, yeah, no, I did that last Saturday too. So yeah, I'm on here because I miss you all. I miss you all. I miss you all. I miss you all. I do. I do miss you all. Okay. Um, so here, let me come here because I'm not really seeing the comments. Give me a second. I'm on my phone. Ah, here, there. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so glad to be here. Let me just close this. Meliagwich. Just saying good morning here. Good morning, Shannon. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Phoebes. How are you? Hi, Shannon. Hi, Lori. Good afternoon, Beth. Okay. All right. So I am here because if you don't know me, I'm sure you know me. I put on a little too much rouge. I've seen it. I'm not going to pick myself apart here, but when it was in the bathroom, it didn't look so much. Probably because I'm not used to putting on so much makeup. But this is, I'm going to put this away. Okay. So yes, I am a Indigenous spiritual teacher. I've been doing this for many years. I've been doing this for 28 years. Can you believe it? 28 years. And my sober anniversary is coming up August the 5th, I believe. It'll be 17 years since I've been sober. I don't want to go into that big story of when it happened and why it happened, but it did happen. And it was a big turning point for me to really look at my life and saying, this has got to change. Okay. So I don't want to get into that. Make sure that you follow me on Instagram at Trisha Kondo, TikTok at Trisha Kondo, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the notification bell to know when I am going to be live. And go to my website, which is trishakondo.com. I'm in the process of changing my website. So if you want to go on there, it's going to be more user friendly where you can, book in readings and stuff like that. Usually around this time of the year, it's super busy. Okay, let me get to the point here. So I also help, intuitives and healers unleash their gifts, unleash their indigenous intuition, channel their own spirit guides and gray wolf, and help you become a powerful light worker, a mystical mentor in a short amount of time. So let me go here. Hey there. Thank you. That's what I've been doing in the background. Thank you. I've been doing a lot of happy Saturday, Heather. Oh, right on. Yes. Oh, good morning, Carrie. Good morning. And seeing everybody's comments. So yeah, there's big changes going on with me, and I'm in the process of writing my first book. I'm excited about that. It's coming up. Hopefully I'll have it out by the new year. I'm hoping. If not, by the spring. My first book. Yeah, it's coming up. It's coming. It's coming. Yep. Okay, so let me go to the comments. Okay, let me go to the comments here because, okay, so let me know, tell me, ask me anything. Ask me anything as long as it's not for a free reading. That's not what I'm going to do here. Just going to let you know up front. This is not for free readings because this is not what this is about. Okay, I do have a website for that. Okay, because everybody's going to tell me what's my spirit guide, what's my purpose. That would take me too long, and it's a very personal thing. Okay, I want to be fair to everybody. Okay, make sure that you share this live video. Okay, I'm just going to go to the comments. I should have did this on my desktop. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go through the comments. Okay, so ask me a question about business, about, as long as it's not intuitive question, because it's not fair if I'm trying to answer this. It's a back and forth thing, so it would take too much time. So make sure that you ask me about a really good question, okay? Ask me about business, ask me about if you're trying to start your business, maybe you're trying to expand, and I will certainly answer it here. Lori says, I'm going to post it here so I can see it. Does it show up? Lori says, can you tell others who their spirit guide is? Can you tell others? What do you mean, can you tell others? Can you be more specific? I think you were trying to say, do you know who can you tell others? Are you saying, can you tell other people who their spirit guide is? That's very personal. And I'm going to tell you right now, I wouldn't do that. It's just like going into somebody's home or somebody's purse. Okay. And then saying, well, you have a guide. It's like going up to somebody in a shopping mall or in a grocery line or going up to somebody's house. Okay. And they're not expecting this. And for me, as a professional psychic or a professional seer and a healer and a teacher, I wouldn't do that. First of all, you're crossing boundaries. You're crossing boundaries with this, and it's to a person, it's very personal who their guide is. And if you just blurt it out, it's a lot like psychic Tourette's, or you know what I mean? If you just blurt it out, people will get either they'll be offended by it, or they'll be looking at you like you have 5 heads, like you are a unicorn, like you are an alien landing on Mother Earth and saying, okay. They'll give you that kind of look, or they're going to be welcoming it, but it's unsolicited advice. And I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. I think it's unprofessional to do that. And you're crossing boundaries with that. Okay. And you're going to create codependency. Okay. Let me go to the next question if I can go down. Okay. Let's go to the next question. Heather says, if I Google Trish Kondo, my name is Trisha. Yes, my name is Trisha, Trisha. Kondo, yes, my website will go up. Go to my services. If you go to my website, don't use Drift, because I don't answer that on the weekends. And you go by my yeah, I will not answer any psychic questions. No. Okay. Okay. You're welcome, Heather. Okay. There's a question here. My son had several business ideas. He is young and smart and an awesome man. Okay, cool. It's not really a question, but that's like an observation. Okay. Does anybody, Phoebes, tell me about your spirit guide? Okay. What do you want to know? Everybody has a spirit guide. Okay. Please don't ask me any intuitive questions, because that is a back and forth kind of conversation. And that would take too long. That would take too long here. Okay. Okay, let me just look through here. I am just looking through all the questions. Okay. Does anybody have any questions about your business, about maybe starting your Facebook group, or like I said, I do not answer any free questions in here. I am not a magic 8 ball. Okay. I will not be answering those kind of questions because it takes, it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of my energy. Okay. Phoebes, I already answered your question. I will not do that. Okay. Dorothy, how did you grow? Oh, I like this one. I like this one. Thank you for respecting my space. Dorothy says, I really love this question. Oops. How did you grow your spiritual business? I'm starting mine and would like any advice. Great. How did I grow? So I think that's a different kind of question, like how I grew it or how I started mine. So how I started mine was I really had to know who I was talking to. If you're talking about an online spiritual business, I really had to start from the beginning. I didn't start in the middle. I didn't start at mastery. I had to know who I was talking to. Okay. I had to really know who I was talking to, and I had to be consistent. I had to be super consistent in who I was talking to. And I'm just going to come over here. How did I grow it? I really had to believe in myself, even though there was a lot of people who did not like what I was doing. I really had to be consistent, and I had to be present, and knew that I had to switch from making. I always had this focus of just, I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money. How fast can I do this? And that flopped. That flopped right away. And I had to change my focus to how am I going to serve people? How am I going to serve my community and my people? Okay. And you have to build, you have to start building a platform. I would suggest you start doing that. Facebook page. That's how I started. Then I started to go into a Facebook group, and I had to know who I was talking to. And if you don't know who you're talking to, then you're going to just grab anybody. And that's not what you want to do. It might start off like that, but you got to be very focused on who you're talking to. I hope I answered your question, Dorothy. Okay, I'm going to go down here. Let me go here. You're welcome. I'm going to go to Heather. She has a really good question. How did you grow your spiritual? Oh no, that's a different one. Sorry about that. Okay, that's not what I. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go here. Let's go here. Here we go. Be patient with me. I just have my little thing and I gotta keep scrolling. Heather says, Heather Corzado. Bel Bet Lama. I'll call you Bet. I'm sorry if I'm messing up your name here. What has been your most successful model to promote your business with? Social media, Google, word of mouth shows, all of it. I don't use Google Ads. My most successful model would have to be all of it. It was it's social media, being consistent with social media, word of mouth. Yep, word of mouth, especially with readings, and also be endorsed by macro influencers, big influencers. That would be my most successful model, how I promoted. And being on social media. You have to really focus on one platform, not on 5. When you're a more advanced marketer, like I am, you'll branch out to more than 1. I wouldn't go more than 3 because you're going to burn out. It's happened to me before. I hope I answered your question. Okay, let me go here. If I can go up here. Okay, let me go here. You're welcome. Let me go. Okay, Dorothy says I do tarot and supply skin care and jewelry. Okay. Heather says money to service always seems to be a key. Yes, yes. You're welcome, Heather. I hope I helped you. Dorothy, okay, let me go to somebody else. Okay, another person. Heather says, how did you figure out who you wanted to talk to? Did you specialize in one type of community, demographics? How did you figure out who you wanted to talk to? Who wanted to buy from me? That's how I understood. I didn't figure out anything. It's just I knew it has to do with your stats. I would say it has to do with your stats. You have to look at the right stats to know who's buying from you and who's listening to you, and just keep doing that. Yeah. Did you specialize in one type of community? These are like 2 or 3 questions, so I'm just going to take one question. Okay. All right, let me go to the next person. Okay, Dorothy says, with endorsements, how did you acquire them? Oh, good question. Dorothy, you're really on the ball today. With endorsements, they were private endorsements. So with actually, one person has endorsed me many, many times. How did I do it? I actually promoted them. I promoted them on my social media channels, and I formed a relationship with that person. That's what I did. That's what I did. Whatever they did or whatever they created, I signed up for it, and I formed a relationship with this person. That's how I did it. I know it sounds cliche, but it works. Anybody else? Go ahead and ask me. Does anybody else have any questions? Go ahead and ask me. Anybody want to know about guides? You got to put the question in there. You got to put the question. Otherwise, I can't read your mind. Anything about business, how to run a business? No, Summer, there's no message for you. Okay. Okay. Anybody else? You have to have a question. I can't just say, be very, very, very specific. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions for me while I'm up here? Gina asked me a question. How do we discover who our guides are? How do we discover? So, how do you discover who your guide is? They usually show up when you're really young. They show up when you're really young, someone that you played with or had imaginary tea time or anything like that. That's who you discover your guide is, and it's mostly a feeling. It's a feeling. Also, when you're an adult, it's a feeling that you have. It's a feeling of someone around you, and that is your guide right away. You're not going to get there through your thinking brain. You're going to get there through your feeling body. Very good questions. Thank you for asking me. I am not going to answer any kind of those questions. Okay. You're welcome, Gina. I love it when people ask me those kinds of really cool questions. Okay. Anybody else want to ask me questions? Somebody asked me a question again. Heather says, so do you help people who are mostly in their brain how to feel their guides? I've had some people, I've had some people who are very intellectual come to me to actually connect with their guides. And it's really not that hard. I think it's not that hard for me because I've always been naturally connected to the spirit world, and I haven't made it a weird thing. I've made it a very natural thing. So that's a good question. I'm going to go through the questions here. You're welcome. Oh. Did everybody see that? Everybody saw that, right? My light just went out. My guides are here. My guides are here. You saw that, right? My light just went out. My light just went out. Oh my God. That was wild, wasn't that? It just like, boom. My guides are here. I love that. You saw it, didn't you? I guess they want, okay. Go ahead and ask me. I guess my guides want, I see you, Laura. Okay, let's go to Gina. You saw that, right? It's so wild. Okay. Gina says, when we see animal spirits illuminated in very white silhouette, what is the meaning? I don't know what you mean by that. I think it's just to let them know that they're there. I think that's what it means. To know that they're just there. You seen that? Wasn't that wild? That was really wild. My guides are here. My guides are here. Oh my God, that is so cool. That is so cool. That is so cool. Okay, that was wild. Yeah, that was wild. Anybody else have a question? That was really wild. It just shut off. I'm like, what's going on? I'm gonna put it back in. Hold on, guys. It just shut off on me. That is so wild, man. Okay. I guess I'm going to come here. Give me a second. Okay, let me go here. Let me go here. Oh, I'm just about to go to Summer. A lot of interesting questions here. Summer says, what if numerical synchronization is a constant in one's waking life? Wow, really deep questions here. What might that mean? What if numerical synchronization? Do you mean numbers that align? Or you see them and then all of a sudden they're 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 1, 1, or 4, 4? Is that what you mean? Can you reword that question, Summer? I think I know it. I have a funny feeling that's what you're asking. Let me go here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Somebody's asking me a really cool question. Let me just pull that up. Oops. There it is. Shannon says, can a person become your guide immediately after they pass away? No. I'm only saying no right away is because why would they need, oh geez, they need time to reintegrate. Oh, sorry about that. Here it is. A person cannot become your guide immediately after they pass into the spirit world because they need time to reintegrate back into that real world. And guides are picked before you are born. You agreed together on the other side in the spirit world to become a guide. And a guide is a pretty tough, a tough lesson, a big a career for them on the other side. So I hope I answered your question. These are really good questions. These are really cool. Okay, these are really cool. I like these. Let me go here. I'm going to go to this one. Dorothy says, how did you get funding for your business, like loans or grants? How did you find even reputable help? Those are like two questions. I'm going to only answer one. So how did you fund your business? I actually did it. How did I fund my business? I funded my business through a company out in Quebec. It's for natives. But I'm going to tell you, you need to, and this is just on top of your question, I know some people like to jump ahead and try to get loans and grants. I'm going to tell you, before you go that route, you need to be established, like fully established before you do that, because otherwise you're just going to burn through money. You're going to burn through it very fast. So you need to know who you're talking to first, what your business is for, and who's it going to help. Okay? Because if you're just doing this just to make money, you're going to fall on your, you're going to fall on your ass pretty quickly. Okay? Let me go here. And I'm being honest. I've been in this business for 28 years, and I've done it about 11 years online. Okay, let me see here. Does anybody else have any questions about business, about anything else? Okay. Does anybody else have any comments or questions? Okay, I'm just going to take that off. Just give me a second. Okay. I know that light just went right off. I don't know why. Let's see. Well, maybe it's because it's all full of stuff. Go ahead and pose your questions right now. I'm going to put them, and I'm going to be very honest. Okay. I'm not really into sugarcoating anything. If I'll tell you the truth, because I've been through this online business for a very long time, especially in the spiritual business route, in the spiritual realm, the spiritual industry, excuse me. Okay, go ahead and ask me questions. No intuitive questions, please. And I guess I gotta get a different light. That went out. Okay. Am I in Canada? Yes. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Yes, I am in Canada. I'm actually in Quebec. Anybody else have any comments or questions having to do with business, spirituality? I'm here. You might as well make use of me, because I usually give this advice to people that pay me for this information. Okay. Let me go here. Let me see. Go ahead and ask me questions. Just looking here. I'm scrolling. So if you're seeing me look here, it's because I got to scroll up and then back down. Anybody have any comments or questions about spiritual business, how to run it? Facebook pages. Is anybody having trouble getting people to follow you, to buy your services, to maybe your readings are not catching on? Maybe people, you're giving donations. That makes me cringe when people tell me I love giving my readings for free. It just, I'm like, why are you doing that? It makes me cringe when people tell me that they love giving their readings for free or their healings for free, yet they're stuck in a job they hate. It just drives me insane when somebody does that. I don't know. I'm just like, why are you in this? Why are you in this? And I'm not knocking people who do that, but it's just like if a doctor has a degree and then he does free surgeries in the driveway, and then he only asks for donations. That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. Okay. Okay, anybody have any questions, comments? Might as well ask me right now. Okay, let me go here. Let me go here. Okay, I'm just going through the questions here. There's a whole bunch of them. Okay. Who is that? Hello, Karen. How are you? So ask me anything about, as long as it's not a intuitive question, okay? Because that requires more of an in-depth communication between us two, okay? And I can't do it here. Okay, so go ahead and ask me question. Oh, there's a new question here. This is a very interesting question. Alona or Alina? I hope I didn't butcher your name here. Uh, why are the spirit guide? Why are the spirit guide? Why I think why do the spirit guides look so different from us and from each other? Good question. Um, they actually, I think you mean like, I mean, spirit guides usually look the same. We're human, and they were once human. So I don't know what you mean by that. Um, some of them, like they're male and female, and I think that's what you mean. But different, not really. Usually, guides are not really different looking, but from each other is because they're from different places. That's what I think. That's what I really know about that. You're welcome, Shannon. Okay, let me go here. Okay, let me go here. I'm looking here. You're welcome, Summer. Heather says, I have looked up your courses. Do you only take PayPal? I actually take Stripe too. I have other courses. I'm actually going to put them on my website. I've been working on that. You're welcome, Shannon. You're welcome, Shannon. You're welcome. Anybody else? Anybody else? Yeah, and just to add on to what somebody said, and some spirit guides are different. There could be spirit beings that are out there. Spirit guides can be. It depends on on what you believe. I've seen very interesting guides that are from different centuries, from different galaxies, from different consciousness. I've seen different guides from all over. Actually, the most interesting one I've seen was a light being. Yeah, a light being. Yeah, it was full of light, but I could see the face. That was the most interesting. I thought it was an angel at first, but no, it was a guide. Very interesting. Oh, if I can just okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go here again. You're welcome, Heather. Yes, go to my website, trishakondo.com, and I would love to talk to you more. Yes, okay, let me go here. There's a really interesting questions here. Alona says something here. Do spirit guides get tired of us trying to communicate with them? No. No, they don't. That's a good question. No, guides never get tired of communicating with you. They're very informal. They're yeah, informal is more. They're more like business-like. Guides will not take over your life. They will suggest things. They will only suggest things when you ask. A lot of people I find when I read people, they're not really interested in guides. It's really interesting, but the most spiritual people are. I noticed that. They want to know who their guide is and how to communicate with them. And I've communicated with Grey Wolf, and I have Addie, and I have the Grand Council of Guides, Elder Guides. I have an Elder Guide, Elder Ancestor Guide, and I have, I also have, recently I've had a new one. It's a Jingle Dancer Guide. She's been around when I needed her. So yeah, they never get tired of communicating with you. Never. They don't say, "Oh my God, look at this one." No, they don't. They don't do that. Karen Martin says, I was going to say, are you my cousin? No, you're not. Can anyone become a spiritualist? What do you mean by that? I guess anybody, if you want to become a spiritual person, yes. Yes. If you want to, the creator gives you a choice. These are very good questions, by the way. Anybody else? Anybody else? I think that's what you mean. I'm just going to hide that. So anybody else have any comments or questions? These are really cool. I love answering these questions. I'm going to come down here, see if I can. Alona says, I have a feeling my spirit guides laugh at me sometimes. That's a very interesting question, interesting remark. No, they don't laugh at you. I think my guide often tells me I'm unbelievable. So they do get, I wouldn't say annoyed, but they're just like my guide really tells me that I'm too emotional, that I'm, yeah, they're very, they wonder why we're so emotional beings and that we take things so personally. I think that's one of the things Grey Wolf tells me a lot. Why are you so emotional? Why are you like this? They don't understand why we take things to heart. Okay? Like a lot. Okay. I'm going to go and look at this one. On that note, is it frowned upon if I take a break when it all becomes so overwhelming? Is it frowned upon? What do you mean, is it frowned upon? First of all, I would like to know how long you've been doing your business. If I can know more about that, how long have you been doing your business? It's becoming overwhelming. What do you mean? Like, I would have to know more. Is it frowned upon? Who's frowning on you? To take a break? It depends on what you mean. Like, this is really a loaded question. So I would need to know more. Okay, so anybody else have something to ask me? Go right ahead. A lot of you are already asking me, which is really cool. I love this. Just gonna put this. I'm gonna come over here. Not in a business, but regarding meditation and receiving higher guidance. You got to remind me what you're asking about. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Okay. Let me just go here. Okay, alone. Somebody else want to ask me a question? Why does the number of guides vary from time to time? Because you have lessons to learn. That's why different guides, different type of guides come through. It's because you're going through something either very challenging in your life. That's why certain guides come in, like a healer guide or an ancestral guide. money guides, travel guides. It could be even medicine guides. It could be teacher guides. It could be writing guides. It could be spiritual guides. When I say spiritual, meaning they're teaching you about spirituality, they're moving you into different directions. So I've had a lot of indigenous guides come to me, even though you can get indigenous guides come to you and they point you to indigenous spirituality or a guide. I've noticed that. I love that people are asking me things. Good. Jackie Kavanaugh says, let's see. I would love to know my guide's name or what they're teaching me now. You probably already know it, right? Jackie, you probably already know your guide's name. Okay, I appreciate you. You're welcome, Aliona. I think that's your name, Ali. You're welcome. 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 So if you want to know your guide's name, it's the first name that pops into you. That's it. Okay, let's go to the next person. Anybody else want to ask me about a Facebook page? Maybe it's not working. Maybe it's an offer that you have that it's not going anywhere. It could be, I've been doing online, maybe it's about marketing, if you don't mind sharing, because it is a public page that we're on. Maybe you have an offer, it's not going anywhere, or maybe you're attracting people who are just not buying anything from you. It's happened to me before. It doesn't happen anymore, but it used to. Okay. Laura Lee. Laura Lee or Laura Lee? As Indigenous, we get other guides. Is this a question? We get other guides we have to learn about. I don't know if that's a question or it's just a statement. I don't know what that means. Can you reword that, please? I don't know what that means. This is really cool. You're welcome, Jackie. You have a great day. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Alrighty. So does anybody else have any comments or questions? Any comments or questions? Okay. Anybody else have any comments or questions? I'm just going through the questions here to see if I've missed any. Okay. Let me go to this one. Noreen asks, who sends those guides? Good question. Who sends guides? Guides come in because who sends them? The creator. And creator, the guides are always with you, always with you. And sometimes you could also be asking and they'll come in. Good question. This is really cool. Let me come here. Okay. Alona or Aliona. Why do we have guides? We have guides to help us go through our lessons. We have big lessons in our life and they could be really hard, like gut wrenching challenges. That is why, well, let me see. We have guides because they're here to guide us. They're here to help us. They're not here to take over our lives. We have guides because of that. Just think of it as a best friend who is not here to steer your life, but is here to give you like ideas, guidance to go to the next thing. That's why we have guides, to help us. It's like little helpers. Just going through the comments here. Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? Well, I'm going to head off soon. Interesting question. In today's world, we're used to paying for everything. Yes, it is a transactional world for sure. Do we get guides for free? Yes, they are free. We don't pay for them. That's a very interesting question. Kind of almost made me laugh. Yes, guides they're free. You're welcome, Laura Lee. Okay. Just looking through here. You're watching from the Philippines. Wow, what time is it over there, Mayor Grace? You're watching from the Philippines, right on. It's gotta be like, you're welcome. Okay, another question. It's the most interesting thing ever. Somebody asked me, are they for free? Yep, they do. They do it out of service to us humans. Leona says, do they get anything from us? Yeah, I think you're under the impression, Leona, that it's a transactional thing, that it's, do they get anything from us? Yes, they learn. They learn through us, and they learn how to evolve. That's what guides are here for. They're here to learn about, because they also have to be half human, or they have to have a little bit of human qualities in them in order to, because on the other side you're all bliss and all happy. But yeah, they learn. That's what they get by signing up with you. They learn. Can we give them gifts? Yes, you can. You can give them gifts by being there for them and just appreciate them and tell them thank you. And sometimes people give like medicines. I know in my culture, we actually give, sometimes we give out like plants or candles and stuff like that. And let me get that out. Hi, Cindy Lou. Nice to see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. I'm just going through here again. Okay. I'm just coming through here. Just getting here. Just need a confirmation, she says this, from someone who knows them about them. I've never met kinder, more loving creatures. Yes, they're I I think some people tend to humanize them a little too much and think that they're to blame. I think that's more of a victim perspective, or a victim mindset. Is guides are here to ruin our lives or not. They are here to make sure that we're following our soul's journey and our soul's plan. That's what they're there for. It's just like having a coach. Guides are like that, but they will never interfere with your life unless you ask them for help. That way they don't interfere, but they help you along. Okay. Yeah. That's just it's just an old story that people play, that people are out to get us. They're not. Okay, let's see. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, I'm going to head off in about 4 minutes. So make sure that you ask me something before I go. Okay. I got 4 minutes left, then I'm going to head off soon. I'm usually not on for an hour. And if you're watching a replay, put hashtag replay. Remember, I only answer questions that are about your business, about general questions about spirit guides. There's no intuitive questions I'm going to answer here, because that requires a two-way communication, and that would take too long. Okay. I got to be fair to everybody who pays for my services. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. I've got 3 more minutes, then I'm heading off. I'm just looking here. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. I'm just looking here. Okay, I'm going to I'm going back and forth. Does anybody else have any comments or questions? Any comments or questions regarding your business? Look at the post. Okay. Okay, so there's no more questions. Okay, let me just come here and just check in to see if there's other comments or questions I've missed. Let's see. Let's see. Looks like there's none. Okay, so I'm going to go. I don't see any more comments or questions. Oh, there, I see it now. Okay. So Alona asking me a lot of questions today, which I love. Do other other people's guides willing to communicate with us? I think, yeah, that happens to me. If you're a seer and if you're a medium, yes, they can communicate with you. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, I'm just going to take this off. Okay, I'm going to go. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for showing up. I really appreciate you all. And if you want to work with me a little bit further, okay, I'm just going to take the, oh, just give me a second. I do have, just give me a second. I do have if you want to work with me a little bit more, okay, because I came on here for a reason, because I wanted to help you all. And if you were really wanting to know more, most of the questions that were asked, you're welcome, Alona. If you want to ask me, if you really want to work with me more one-on-one, I do have let's see, you would like to, I do have a new program called Unleash Your Gifts and Connect Your Guides 2.0. And I go a little bit further on how to return to yourself and to really connect with your gifts and your guides a little bit further. So I will, if you want to schedule an intuitive analysis call, I could look at, give me a second, look at where your blocks are. Oh, I think that's why the thing fell off. My laptop, my laptop shut off. That's, give me a second. That's what's going on. It's like, what is going on here? That's why. So I'm just going to put it here. Just give me 1 second. If you want to work with me and you're wondering, I want to know more about this. Okay, I'm just going to put my thing here. And I do have a full moon and Sag ceremony coming up this Tuesday. It's a little bit more affordable. It's only $22. Okay, if you really want to clear some old energy. I'm gonna put the link here after I get off this call, because I need to get the link up there. Okay. All right. If you would like to work with me more, I do have this Unleash Your Gifts and Connect Your Guides program, and it is 3 months. And if you would like to know more about your gifts and connect to your guides more, I can certainly help you with that. So I will look at what's blocking you, how we can look at your gifts a little bit deeper. Since you already know your gifts, then I'll see where you need to go next. Okay. Let me get off here, and thank you so much. With the technical glitches with my light going off, my guys are definitely here. All right, everyone, take care, and I will talk to you soon. Avnamotas.